I was criticized recently. My impression of Brendan O'Neill apparently wasn't too accurate. Apparently, my impression of Greta Thunberg was like, you know, nobody could tell the difference. It was like a mirror image, you know. The Chinese coronavirus, everybody said, yeah, this is really authentic Chinese accent. But Brendan O'Neill apparently was a little off. I'm not sure how this one's going to go over. This is my Toby Young. And I just want to be very clear. I'm not going for accuracy here. I'm just doing a fucking attitude of fucking Toby Young. And I wanted to, there was one like, what it must be like to be married to Toby fucking Young. Be a lot of this, wouldn't it? You know, my fucking tweets built this house. You wouldn't be in those fucking fancy clothes if it wasn't for my tweets. So don't say I'm a little fucking bird, because this little fucking Tweety bird built this fucking house. I know you've been reading some Jeremy Corbyn shit. Yeah. Look, I'm calling Rod Little, I'm calling Paul Joseph Watson, and I'm getting Sargon of Akkad, and we're gonna have a fucking lads weekend in Tijuana. Hey, what's going on? What about this? 5 of us, 5 guys, 5 laptops, 5 phones, 5 screens, 5 Twitter accounts, 5 times the fun. I'll see you in the French Alps. You guys going skiing today? Fucking skiing. Surf on this, bitch. Look at this. I ain't afraid. Suck on that. Hotel lobby. Yes, 1 second, please. Bad boys up in room 12 are causing havoc. Unless you to keep your tweets down, me about the guests. Hey, fuck you. You know what? Just for that, fuck this hotel. Don't tell me to shut up. That's my freedom of speech. Toby Young. What archaeology is people who go to the desert or old places and they dig and they find old things. Offense archaeologist is where Twitter or Facebook becomes like a land, and left people come in with shovels and they dig. These are what I call, this is what Toby, and it's in my new, it's not a book. What I've done is I've written a coaster. It's a little coaster. It's Toby Young, offense archaeologist, and so it's not quite a book. It's a little coaster that you can get. They're available on Amazon or Kindle Prime, and they're little coasters you can leave around your house to remind yourself about this great term that I've invented called offense archaeology. It's quite similar to what Andrew Doyle calls offense spelunking. Spelunking, of course, is people who explore in caves. Before I met Andrew, we talked about a lawsuit about, who owns the word offense, and it turns out, after a long, extensive battle and getting to know Andrew through his, fake Twitter account, we realized that nobody actually owns the word offense. So we agreed to kind of sort of shake hands. He uses offense spelunking, I use offense archaeology. There was offense excavation is another term, because what these people are doing. What was your question? Would I defend Hermann Goering's right to free speech? Would I my head hurts. What was the next question? Rudolf Mengele. I'm not defending Rudolf Mengele. Huh? Josef Mengele. I'm not defending what Josef Mengele did, but I do think it's important to look at what he said. I'm not defending, the man who went out on the street yesterday and shouted, "Send all the N-words back home in a box." I'm not defending that, but I think it's important to look at what he said. Well, we didn't look at what he said. He said, "Send all the N-words home in a box." He did say that, but we need to look at what else he said in his entire life. From what I understand, and again, I'm not defending the man who shouted the N-word constantly over and over. I'm not defending that. But what I'm saying is, the way the media has portrayed this man is that all he's done in his whole... This man didn't come into the world like, in Terminator with a big ball of electricity from another time zone and just shout the N-word and leave. He's been here before and after that incident. So, this was a man who I'm sure said things like, can I have fried eggs with that? How are you, darling? What time does the bank close? All of these things in his life. And yet this one instance of him saying the N-word 55 times in Brixton at the top with a megaphone is what gets extracted from what I call where's my little thing here? Offense archaeologist. The offense archaeologist come in and they say, that's it. People know me as the man who said I would wank in the face of Diane Abbott and make her eat my cum from her own eyeball. Now, did I say that? I did. But I've said other things. I've said, great, I love those biscuits. I've said, do people... No. Because that's the way and I'm going to use a new term here now. This is really going to blow your mind. So, yes, sit down. I need you to grab the sides of your chair like that. Offense discoverers. Right? Now, these are people like, Christopher Columbus, in the day they would discover a new world. Right, but these are offense discoverers. They in their minds, they feel like they're Christopher Columbus, and they discover a new land of offense. And in me, they found, this huge continent of racism and bigotry, completely overlooking the fact that just yesterday I said it's a bit wintry, isn't it? I talk about other things besides that. It's just, through the, this sort of no cancel, platform free, cisgender, hegemonizing of all of the free aspect of free speech. This is what gets... Another word I'm using is called offense filterers, right? They take all my speech and they put it in kind of like a funnel, and then what's left is the offensive stuff. And they basically are saying to the public, drink this. Completely overlooking the other silt and fluff and bile that has fallen from these lips, or from these thumbs mostly, because a lot of my fighting takes place with these. Our ancestors fought with these. We fight with these. We are the thumb people, the people of the thumb. Muslims call us the people of the thumb, and we're in this world now. And when people see me doing this, their first reaction is, oh, he's a bit mad. No. Preparatory. The first motto of the Boy Scouts is be prepared. I'm prepared. In the times where my phone is, and they're very rare, the times when my phone is not in my hand, very rare. This interview has gone on for about 5 minutes, and you can see already I'm having, and this is what I do to just kind of stay calm until I can get to that screen again and see what's going on, and keep vigilant, keep active, because everywhere around us, a dark cape, like a Superman cape, but not worn by any superhero, just a big cape, a big dark cape is descending on us all, and that is the cape of censorship. It will fall on you. It will fall on whether you're Billy Joe Ricketts, the plumber, or whether you're Tom Spencer, the MP, or whether you're Gloria Sangensen, the council chamber leader, or whether you're Rita Plen, a woman who went to a basket store and said, I can't stand all these packies. Whether you're Ship Gridman last week, who said he wouldn't buy a car from a stinky Jap. Whether you're any of these people, one thing that unites us all, the through line, if you will, the thing that shoots through us like the very DNA of our DNA, is that we have all, in our own way, been cancel platformed, no cultured. We've been no cultured on numerous occasions, no cultured, civil platformed, tranced out. That's a new one, tranced. When you're tranced, you're, back many years in school, so I've got probably words that you've not heard of. Tranced. which is sort of like, it's a mixture of trodden on and aunts, just the end of another word. Tranced. They're trouncing on our rights. They're trouncing on our free Twitter amendment. You know, when the people of the American Constitution wrote in those old timey words and said, you know, you shall have therefore all rights forsooth in it thereunder therein thereth, that was forward thinking. That's what we need. 4 days later, he came home smelling of Twitter. I don't know, Barbara, I just don't know what to do anymore. The man I married isn't even a man. There was a picture of him on his Facebook profile. He had his shirt off and he was holding a wood chopping axe. And I guess it just goes to show you, live, you learn. I don't know how I'm going to tell him. I don't know how. He needs me. He needs me for that illusion of bravery. He doesn't want to be. I think he thinks he's a step above everybody else because a lot of them don't have girlfriends. So I think he's kind of what they call the alpha ape in the tribe. They followed him. Well, I went to one of I don't usually go to his Twitter conferences, Toby Young's. I always call my husband by his surname as well because he considers that very respectful and traditional. He calls me bitch and I call him Toby Young. Sometimes the exalted Toby Young. But I did go to one of his meetings. I was a fly on the wall, actually. That was the only way I could get in because women aren't allowed. I had to dress up as a fly and just kind of stay really quiet. And the way these men would strew rose petals at his feet as he walked by, and they anointed him with ambrosial flowers and odors. That's not my husband. Sure enough, it was. So one night after 20, 25 years of marriage, I said, what is it you do for a living again? He said, I send tweets. I thought that's what you did for fun. Fun. Hey, bitch. This ain't fun. I don't get on Twitter because it's fun. I get on fucking Twitter because this is the way to fight. Fight who, I said? The other people on Twitter. You see what I'm saying? Twitter, you should fucking cook potatoes. What do you know, a woman? This is Twitter. Look, here, it's simple. This coffee jar is Twitter, right? Let's say this coffee jar is filled with nothing but lefty people on Twitter, right? It's going to be lefty tasting coffee, isn't it, right? What I do, and what Paul Joseph Watson and Andy Doyle and all these guys do, we put a little bit of spoonful of our stuff to push back against that coffee. So it looks like it's the same coffee and the same fucking Twitter thing, but it's not, because it's got freedom in there too. So now, you paying attention? Don't look at the fucking clothes on the shopping channel. Look at me, I'm talking to you. This is when I'm talking to you about nothing. You don't value what I do. Look, I'm going to give you an example, right? So I got a cut yesterday. I think, who gives a fuck about anybody? That's just free speech. But look at the comments. You're such an asshole, says Bimbo29. When you're on the front lines, okay, hey, look at me when I'm talking. I know you're yawning. Look at me. I'm in a fucking north. This is D-Day. You understand? You know, we're not doing this. We're not going to France, D-Day. You know, we're doing this. This is the battlefield. Okay? When you're in combat, the man next to you is your fucking brother. You understand? So next to me, I got Paul Joseph Watson. Okay? I got Andrew Doyle. Okay? If one of my fucking men takes a hit, which he did. Look at this. Who the fuck are you, Sargon? What kind of fucking soldier would I be if I didn't fucking respond to that? You don't know because you're busy doing origami and women's stuff and, you know, shaving your pubic hair and putting little things in your head. And you look at me and you tell me I don't have a fucking job? Where do you get the fucking balls, eh? Now we take a look at a personal phone call between Toby Young and Brendan O'Neill. Hey, Brendan. How's it going? It's Tobo here. Hey, is this really Brendan O'Neill? Right, okay, Brendan. Yeah. Brendan, I say yes, you say no. That's good. I say right, you say left. That's right. Yeah, libertarianism. Yeah, I'm with you all the way. Yeah, listen, I watched you on television today. It was brilliant. What you said about what people have said is something that really needs to be said, and you're saying it. No, I'm just saying it because I mean it. But listen, I want to pitch this to you. I'm thinking about a 16-day tour. You, me, Douglas Murray, Andrew Doyle, and maybe a couple other Oxford people, and shove them on a bill and just call it the Free Speech All Around the World, Say What You Want tour. 16 cities, 4 towns, 3 hamlets, five continents. Are there 5 continents? We're going to go to all of them. We're going to do Texas, we're going to do Oklahoma, and we're going to do the Antarctic. Because there's what's happening in Antarctica right now. I don't know. Did you get the links I sent you? I sent you about 25,000 links. Did you? I sent them all on the Facebook message to you. Yeah, watch every single one of those and call me in 10 years when you're done. These penguins in Antarctica, apparently they had their own Brexit. They want to split apart from the ice flow, from the rest of the penguin. But they've been going. It's like a mirror image that they're doing exactly what we're doing. 3 years they've been dicking around with this stuff. So I said, I'm going to get down there with Claire Fox. We're going to go down there and protest for the right to split from the thing there. I wanted to ask you something. You're a libertarian, right? Have you ever done anything with your libertarianism that you're not too proud of? What, you hit your mother, and you told us because of libertarianism? Yeah, she hit you back, and she said that was because of libertarianism. Hey, like mother, like son, isn't it? Yeah. Well, I've been fucking around with my wife. Yeah. I don't think she's gonna go for that libertarianism thing. She's smart. I mean, I wouldn't have married if she wasn't smart. She's really smart, but she catches you with your dick in another woman. It's not. You can't really read Alex de Tocqueville to her or Thomas Jefferson and think that's gonna. Women are different. They got we got one little switch. They got all sorts of fucking electrons and shit up there. But that's it. She was a 16-year-old girl. It's like, fucking, goddamn right. I'd be glad to be living in England. 16 years old. She's one of those panel groupies. She's always at one of the, yeah, she came to that one we did on freedom and talking and speech stuff about social freedom and Twitter. Girl comes on and says, oh yeah, she didn't know what libertarianism was. She said, oh my God, that's so cool. You're so smart. I never knew you could say what's on your mind before I told you. I said, well, have you ever, you're going to love this. Brendan, you're going to love this. I said, have you ever sucked a 50-year-old man's cock? She said, I mean, the look on her face. I said, no, God, no. I said, well, you call yourself a fucking libertarian? That's libertarianism, honey. It's not all about guns and don't tell me what to put or not put on my cereal. You want to be a libertarianism. I'm telling you, Brendan, this fucking shit is better than the Manson family, man. I got fucking groupies like you wouldn't believe it. It's just, but this thing with I've been married to Debbie for 20 years, man. We were communists together before we were libertarians. Now, what am I going to do? Come on. You can't come. I know. Brendan, I'm going to have to let you go because I'm going to do another bit now. What I do is I push back against offense archaeologists on social media. I mean, I can tell you stories. Probably not suitable for a pretty woman's ears, but I've seen stuff. Yeah. What kind of stuff? You ever had somebody call you a cunt on Twitter? Well, I have. I've seen stuff that'll make your spine go cold in the night. I've looked at people with their own eyes. I've looked deep into the comments, and I've seen that there are people out there who just don't like me. And when you look at that, like that close, and there's somebody in Idaho that thinks you're full of shit, you don't sleep. You don't eat. You write a fucking article for The Spectator. That's what you do. Hey, spectator. Hey, Toby. Hey, listen. Stop the presses. Man, you write this down? Man in Idaho unable to wear flag over his son. Man in Idaho wanted to wrap his son in a flag and then stick him in a ditch. Didn't kill him, just wanted his son to be wearing a flag with no air holes. Fight against, this is a fight against all that is known and good and wonderful and with the freedom. With the, have you not, come on, what am I, the only fucking literate person here? With the freedom. In other words, where is freedom going? Fine, did use that then. Where is freedom going? I thought it sounded nicer with it. People think, oh yeah, he's Shakespearean on top of everything else. This multifaceted guy. He's got a Shakespearean element too. With put something in there like, you know, forsooth. Yeah, that'll fucking throw up for a smoke screen. Yeah. How about this? How about what do you call it? Toby Young says, forsooth, the offense archaeologists are at us again. Forsooth and thither. One day I look over to my left, Stefan Molyneux gets a nasty tweet, Paul Joseph Watson here gets a thumb down. All around me I'm looking, the truth is getting shut down.